everyone, and welcome back to the Big Life Podcast. I'm Leah Klinke.
And I'm Kate Phillips, and we are so excited to be here today to recap some more games, discuss upcoming matchups, and meet with one of the top players to watch early in the season.
So, this week, now we're on to the second week of the NCAA women's soccer games, and it's been a very exciting week with tons of good matchups, some very interesting results, and a lot of upsets too. Later in this podcast, we'll also have a special guest joining us, Shae O'Rourke. She was named the women's soccer player to watch last week after her first week of games. She had some really good individual performances, and her team, Tennessee, they also did very well last week. So we'll be hearing from her in a minute. But first, we're gonna catch up on how this week of games went.
Yes. Yeah, I think the first thing that kind of jumps out to me was the Houston te Texas game from Sunday. Houston beat Texas 4-1, which is like a huge deficit. Um, I mean, Texas has been having like not a great start to the season so far, but what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, that was a great game. I was able to watch most of that game. I'm from Texas, of course, so I have a lot of friends or teammates and past teammates and just people I know on both U of H and UT. So that was a fun game for me to watch. One of my club teammates actually scored for U of H in that game. But yeah, it was a good game. It was very back and forth. UT was kind of more desperate at the end. Trying to get their goals back, but none of them came. They actually scored one, but it was called back offside. So, but yeah, overall U of H just dominated that game, and they got a new head coach this year also, which was actually one of my old club coaches. So that's kind of interesting. But and he's so great. So, um, he seems to be doing great things with that program. So I hope the best for U of H, and it's a really good performance from them.
Yeah.
And then also, I feel like another good game was when Mississippi State beat Wake Forest, who's ranked number 10. So Mississippi State beat Wake 2-1. And Mississippi State is not ranked right now, but I'm sure they might climb into those rankings. And last year they were really, really good. They made it
Mhm.
to the Sweet 16. And actually, we played them in the Sweet 16, Notre Dame versus Mississippi State
Yeah,
at
how'd that game
Mississippi
go?
State. We Notre Dame came off with the win. We
Yeah.
won. But nonetheless, they're a very good team. So, and Wake also another good team, but Mississippi State really making some strides and winning that tough game 2-1.
Yeah, they have last year they had a lot of transfers, and this year kind of a little bit of a rebuild, not a rebuild, but a new coach, one of their assistant coaches took over as head coach. So I think that they're kind of getting like back into their rhythm a little bit from like how they were playing last year, and I think it's huge for them. I mean, beating Wake Forest, who's been a powerhouse the past 2 years, is like huge.
Yeah,
So I think that's gonna help them a lot. Like kind of get started here.
right. And just build your confidence up, especially early in the season.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then next we have number 24 Memphis upsetting number 11 Vanderbilt. What do you think about that game?
Yeah, I haven't even seen a lot of like clips from that. I think they ended up winning 1-0. Memphis and Vanderbilt both have very like technical teams. I know Memphis has a lot of foreigners on it. Um, so I think that game was probably pretty like back and forth, like a lot of probably the ball a lot in the midfield, just like I think they both teams are very technical and like to keep the ball. So I think it's huge for Memphis though. And we play them actually on Thursday, so that'll be exciting to go there and get to play them. I don't know if
Mhm.
they're probably ranked, got a little bit ranked higher now after that game. So it'll be exciting for us to go down
Yeah.
there and play them after they just had a big game against Vanderbilt.
Yeah, that's so exciting. That'll be a good game. Have to make sure to watch that. I also wasn't able to watch the Memphis Vanderbilt game, but we have played Memphis before. I think when I was a sophomore, Notre Dame, we
Mhm.
played Memphis, and they're a very good team. I feel like they're underdogs a lot.
Mhm.
but they really can come out and are a top team and can really beat these top teams. Kate, who else do you guys play this week, or do you only have one game?
We play Memphis on Thursday, and then we play Missouri State on Sunday. How
Awesome.
about you?
We have two games as well. We play Michigan on Thursday and then we play Oakland on Sunday. Two home games for us, so
Okay.
it's good to be back at home for a bit before we head out and travel next week.
Yeah, we
You
have
guys are
two,
away, right?
yes, two away games. So we go Memphis on Thursday, like I said, Missouri State on Sunday. So we'll leave Wednesday, um, play on Thursday, practice on Friday, probably I don't know, off day on Saturday, practice. I don't know. I haven't looked at the schedule too much, but we're on the road for 5 days. So I think that'll be a little like a good challenge for us, like two road like away, well, three road games away because we played SLU last night on Sunday. I think that's huge for us because in past years we had struggled a little bit on the road, and I think going and playing, I mean, we just played SLU. They were ranked number 23, and then we lost 1-0. It was a good fought game. I think we should have won the game, but we gave up an early goal and just couldn't finish our chances. Played great in the second half, not our best soccer in the first half, but we learned from it. Started playing better in the second half. Just need to kind of put our chances away because we did well defensively. Obviously, I'm upset about the loss and the goal that they scored, but
Mhm.
I think we can learn a lot from that game as a team, and then going in and playing Memphis, who's also ranked, is I think is going to be huge for us. But I think the road
Yeah.
game wins are like I think that's those games are the ones where you like learn about a ton about your team because it's like you're away. They're always like pretty like I feel like road games are always pretty like gritty games. Like you're not at home, it's not your normal routine. So like how can you go out there and find a way to win like when you're not in your normal environment with your fans cheering you on, um, sleeping in your own bed. So I think those games are like huge, and I would love for our team to kind of like sink into that a little bit and like go out there and win two away games and then come home and I think we play Illinois as our next game when we're home, but I think it'll be huge
Mhm.
if we can go win two away games.
Yeah, definitely. Away games are definitely more tough as, again, like you said, you're not in your own bed, you don't have your own resources that you do at home, just like your whole routine is kind of thrown off. So definitely there definitely is a home advantage. But if yeah, when teams go and win big road games, that's definitely a big statement to make. And but I bet for you guys, like, I mean, it obviously sucks that you guys lost, but you guys learned a lot. And then also like you were saying like you guys were kind of on top of them, like you guys could have won. In a way that could give you guys like some confidence going forward. Like they're a top 25 team and you guys were right there with them. So that's like okay, you guys can hang with anyone. So even though
Yeah.
it was a loss, I'm sure you have some, at least some positives to take out of it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I know that like the rankings, like we always say this, don't really mean anything. I mean, there's a couple of teams on here that we had already talked about that we're gonna play that a lot of the teams we're playing SEC are all ranked. But I think that we go into those games saying like I don't care what this team's ranked, like we know we can hang with them. But I would love for us to like start some other games that were like on the front foot, like knowing that. Like we got scored
Hmm.
on within 10 minutes. Obviously,
Yeah,
we can hang with teams, but like we have to start on our front foot, like ready for that because we
yeah,
can't really ease into games because obviously anything can happen
yeah,
in like the early stages if you're not on the front foot. Um,
yeah, for sure,
so
for sure. And now that you're talking about, or you're kind of talking about traveling, how you guys are going to be gone for so many days. Also, both you and I, we just talked about this. We talked about this before the podcast. We started school this week. So
yes.
kind of going into academics, like how does that work with like, are you guys gonna have to miss school with the first week? How does that work for you guys?
Yeah, so we just started school today. But yeah, we'll miss Thursday and Friday. Which usually like these are the only classes we'll miss for non-conference. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So Yeah, so you kind of have to just be pretty honest, like go up to your professors. Like today, I went and talked to my professor and was like, "Hey, like I'm gonna be gone Friday. My academic advisor is gonna like probably will email you that I'm not gonna be here, but I just wanted to let you know." And then like usually I'll get somebody that's not obviously an athlete in one of my classes, like number or something, so that I can like text them and be like, "Hey, what's happening today in class?" Just because like you need sometimes sometimes professors aren't very lenient and like won't really
Yeah.
help you in that way. So
Hmm.
always like being able to like get somebody's number and kind of
Yeah.
like figure out what's happening in class that day. But some
Yeah.
professors are like I feel like every professor I've not had an issue with, but some of my teammates like obviously there's people that have had issues. So
Yeah,
being
that's kind of
prepared.
how, yeah, that's how ours is too. It depends on the professor.
Hmm.
Some are more lenient, some get it, some just don't get it, but you just have to talk to them like and just take responsibility, be organized and
Hmm.
stay up with your work and but it's like kind of all up to you. That's how it is in college. So, but obviously with the help of your academic advisor too. So that's nice. Yeah. But ours is our process at Notre Dame is very similar to how y'all's is when we miss class.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we went over last week. Now for this upcoming week, let's go over some of the top matchups that we're excited to see. First,
Yes.
personally, the one that I'm very excited to see is number 4 Duke versus number 6 Arkansas. That
Yeah.
is going to be a good game. It's going to be a fight. It's going to be a battle. It's going to be so competitive but it's going to be good. I feel like Duke and Arkansas have very, very different styles of soccer. Duke is a very passing soccer team. They have very technical players. Arkansas is big, strong, fast. They play more direct. So, two different styles of play, but it's definitely going to be an interesting one to watch.
Yeah, de two different soccer spectrums right
Yes.
here. Duke is, I mean, they've been fun to watch the past 2 years. And they very possess like you were saying, possession team, and then Arkansas is fast, big, and strong. Um, so that'll be a very good matchup. Like
Mhm.
I mean, that can go either way. Like both those teams just score goals. So it could be a really fun game.
Yeah, it's so good. Or it's going to be so good. I feel like Duke is going to have to match Arkansas's physicality,
Hmm.
but Arkansas is going to have to deal with Duke's technicality. So
Yeah.
anything can happen.
Yeah. Another game that's pretty interesting is number 16 Santa Clara versus a number 11 Penn State. Penn State's been doing really well the past couple of weeks. They had just actually beat SLU 4-1. And they have a lot of forward power also. Um, so that'll be a fun game to watch. I don't know a ton about Santa Clara, but I think that'll be a good game. I just know, I mean, Penn State's always a great team, so
Yeah, yeah, that'll be a good game. Both teams very good, well-renowned. Penn State's been
yeah.
doing very well, so that'll definitely be a good game. Another one we have is another Texas matchup, which is number 9 TCU versus number 19 UT. So UT coming off a big loss, I'd say, to University of
Mhm.
Houston. So they're going to be hungry, ready to battle, ready to play against a higher ranked TCU. So we'll see how that one plays out. That's going to be a fun one to watch for sure.
Yeah, and then a rivalry, number 21 South Carolina versus Clemson. South Carolina, I think last Thursday they won't beat Ohio State 1-0. They're a fun team to watch. Katie Shea Collins is a goal scoring machine,
Mm-hmm.
forward. But yeah, that'll be a good one. Two teams that are very close to each other. It's always a fun rivalry, I think, when they play each other.
Yes, yes, that's going to be a good rivalry. Yeah, Katie Shae Collins has been doing very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know her pretty well. She's a great girl. Shout out to her. But yeah, she's doing great. She always seems to be doing great.
Yeah.
So yeah, and Clemson obviously always really good too. So that'll be a good game to watch.
Definitely.
Yeah, so many exciting games. Those are all going to be super exciting to watch this week. But now that we're talking about exciting matchups and moving to exciting players, it's now time to welcome our special guest. Today we welcome Shae O'Rourke. This is her first year at Tennessee after transferring from Texas A&M, and last week she was named the women's soccer player to watch after the first week of games, and she scored both goals for Tennessee in their matchup against UNC.
Yes, Shay, first, congratulations. And then before we get into some serious stuff, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, where you grew up, and what do you like to do for fun?
My name is Shae O'Rourke. I'm from Buffalo, New York. And something I like to do for fun is honestly just play with my dog, go on walks with her, and hang out with friends. Anything other than soccer, that's what I do.
What type of dog do you have?
I have a golden retriever. She's sleeping on the bed right now, actually.
Oh,
She's super cute.
oh, that's so cute. What's her name?
Her name's Lila.
Oh, wait, that's so cute.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, now tell us kind of about your journey to college soccer in your club and high school years when you were younger.
So I played for Western New York Flash, so it's kind of an upstate area. And then I played for St. Mary's of Lancaster for high school. And I actually committed before the rule change happened. So I committed freshman year of high school to the University of South Carolina. That was crazy. I don't know how I did that when I was that young, but I went there for 2 years, and then transferred to Texas A&M and left there in December. And now I play at the University of Tennessee. So yeah, that's kind of been my upbringing with soccer.
Yeah, can you tell us a little bit more about like your college soccer experience so far? Like why'd you choose South Carolina? And then how did you end up at Tennessee?
Yeah, so I chose South Carolina because when you're so young, you just want to be supported, and they were immediately so supportive of what I wanted to do in college and in high school. That was really important to me to have that connection. So, I loved playing for them for those 2 years, but for me personally, I didn't see myself growing there. So I decided to take myself to Texas A&M, which I had an amazing time. Unfortunately, tore my ACL when I was there, so didn't really get to play for them. But due to coaching change and everything, and a couple girls leaving, I decided to take my talents to Tennessee, which I'm glad I did, and I'm having the best time here.
Good, awesome. What are you majoring in?
So I major in sport management with a minor in business.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Cool. Moving into more about kind of this season, what did you do? What is your kind of your plan, or what did you do over the summer that prepared you for the preseason at Tennessee?
Mhm. So I actually had another surgery in April on my other knee. So honestly, just recovering, getting fitness back, that was just my priority, was being able to actual play the game. Um, but honestly, getting close with my teammates, because in the spring I got hurt. So really finding that connection off and on the field was really important during the off season.
How has being like hurt and kind of you said you tore your ACL and obviously had another like knee issue. How has that kind of shaped you as a player so far as a past like 3 years?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't know how much work it was coming back. Like you tear your ACL and you're like, okay, yeah, I have a lot of time to recover, but it just goes like that and you're back. And I think honestly, just being patient, um, and trusting the journey, because when I got hurt again, I was like, oh my God, again, like another knee. But honestly, just getting back to it, being the person I am, and just I miss soccer so much. So having that time off just really made me want to come back.
Yeah, that's great. And that's good for to hear for a lot of like the younger girls who listen to our podcast,
Mhm.
just about coming back from injuries. And obviously you've had um a couple injuries, one of them being ACL, so
Yeah.
hard to come back to, but I mean, you're an awesome player, so there's always you'll come back stronger and better than ever.
Yes, for sure.
So last week was a good week for you and for your team. Walk us through kind of your mindset and your team's mentality first going into that game against UNC.
Oh my God, we were so fired up because
Good.
I mean, I love being the underdog at times, just because like that honestly feels a team, like, in general. So we were so excited, and we actually got a good amount of fans than we, like, normally do. So I think all that energy built up, and, like, I don't know, we've been so close this summer and this preseason, like, we were just so ready to play them. And then obviously you saw the result. Oh, there she is.
Oh, oh my gosh, she's so cute. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. So talk a little bit more about kind of the underdog mentality and how you guys, well, now you guys kind of have established yourself as like, oh yeah, we can like beat UNC. They were number one at the time. How is that mindset like continuing for you guys in the season, or like what kind of is your mindset now knowing that you guys are maybe not the underdogs anymore and you're a ranked really good team?
Yeah, I mean, I've said this before, but we just take one game at a time because you never know in college soccer, like a team can come out and like win a game, like any team on any given day. So I think that's been our mindset, but we're also trying to focus on still being the underdog in general because we're like, okay, they didn't rank us before the season. Like we got to keep that going. Like we don't know what next week's going to bring. Like we just want to stay the underdog. Like we're just in our mind, we're like, we're the underdogs. We have to prove something and just win games. That's all we've been talking about this week.
Yeah, that's a really good mindset to have. Okay, diving deeper into the UNC game, walk us through kind of the two goals you scored. Obviously, you scored both the goals. You guys beat them 2-0, so and the shutout. But walk us through those goals. How did it feel scoring those goals for your team?
First of all, like that was my first college game really back. So that was really exciting. And I don't even know how it happened. She just kicked the ball right up to me and the goalie came so far. I was like, okay, I just have to kick it and score. And then I got dogpiled. It was so fun. It's just this team, like I just want to keep playing well for them. They really do support me in the best ways. And the second goal, like that girl came in as a sub, passed it, and it was just like the perfect ball. It was literally just the perfect game. Like, I don't know. Our defense has played so well this season too. So we haven't conceded a goal yet. So we're just gonna keep trying to do that, I guess.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. You mentioned your team hasn't gotten scored on yet. How like huge is that for you guys? Like going into these hard games, like obviously winning the games and like scoring multiple goals is huge, but like not getting scored on is even like a bigger like accomplishment. You guys haven't gotten scored on this season, so
Yeah, we've just worked so hard on that side of the ball. And we've honestly showed it, and we just want to continue that because that's gonna win you games. Is even if you score as many goals, if you don't let any, like you're undeniable. Like you can't defeat us. So I give them kudos because I'm up there. I'll stay on the top. I don't need to do that, but yeah, kudos to our goalies too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Obviously important to have both a good offense and a good defense, especially. You guys have conceded 0 goals.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Um, who do you guys play this week, and what is kind of the next big game, or what is one game that you're looking forward to the rest of the season?
Yeah, so we play Western Carolina on Sunday. We don't have a Thursday game this week. So having that time off coming back from LA yesterday will be good for us and just really focusing on Western Carolina because it's away. So that's important for us. But I'm just excited for SEC play. We play Memphis and we play Georgia Southern, but it's so different once you start conference play. And that's what I'm most excited for. And hopefully the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you mentioned
Awesome.
you guys we're in LA. Could you walk us through like your guys' travel trip? Like going there. Obviously it's far and you guys were there for a while, so what did that kind of
Yeah. So we left last Monday. So we played a game on Sunday, left Monday morning. And we got there kind of later in the day, just had dinner as a team. Next day we practiced at UCLA at like 10 in the morning ish. Just so we could like sleep in, kind of adjust to the time. And the next day we played on Wednesday. So we had to prepare for the game anyway. So then we played UCLA kind of late at night, like 10 p.m. Eastern time. So that was cool. We played them, we beat them 1-0. Then next day we had like technically off day. Obviously, if you didn't play as much, you did more. Others did recovery. The next day we went shopping a little bit. We went to Erewhon.
How
We did that one.
fun.
Yeah, we went to Santa Monica Pier. Some girls rode some roller coasters, got some ice cream, just did like little small like team things. And then we slept and then we played LMU on Saturday. And yeah, then finished that game off 3-0, came home. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a fun week. That sounds so
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah,
Have you
but
guys started school yet?
we started last Monday, so we missed the whole first week of school. So yeah, but had my first day today.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, I'm sure you don't have to miss much because it's just syllabus week.
Yeah, I didn't really miss much.
Yeah.
And I have 2 online anyway, so it wasn't that bad.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
that's nice. Yeah. Do you have any plans after this year, after this season? What are you gonna be up to?
So I have my redshirt year, so I'm probably gonna take that. Um, so yeah, that's kind of my plan right now. You never know what's gonna happen, but yeah, I definitely want to stay here in Tennessee and just continue something that we're building. So
What are your like specific goals for yourself, if you set any, or for your team for like the rest of the season?
yeah, I think just making an impact in general. Like I like to be relied on. So just making an impact and honestly being a good teammate in general. Because I've seen teams fall apart when their team's not together on and off the field. So just really focusing on that side. Because soccer, you can always work on stuff, but you can't build those bonds unless, you have them off the field as well. So that's kind of our.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Kate talk a lot, and we have in this podcast before about how like team culture is so important. And it's
Mhm.
like you can be the best soccer team, but if you don't like each other or the coaches or any of that, or if it's not like one together, then the whole thing falls apart. It doesn't even matter how good you
Yeah.
are. I think that's like so important. And especially for like recruits going in, like sometimes it's just like, oh, I'm gonna go to the top soccer school. But it's like, do they have like, are they all best friends? Do they all hang out outside of soccer? Like, how close are they with their coaches and stuff? And I think that's all super important.
No, definitely. Definitely important.
Yeah.
And it
Okay.
seems like your guys' okay, sorry.
No, you go, you go.
It seems like your guys' team like has like such great like chemistry from what you've said. And I'm at Missouri, but I know Kylie Simmons.
Oh,
From what
she's
I've seen from like her and everything, like you guys have such good like team chemistry that's like
Mhm.
it's showing on the field. So it's just
Yeah.
like a testament to like team culture, team chemistry that if it's like good, then you're probably gonna play better on the field as well.
Yeah, I think it was important for us to like mesh all the age groups. Like we don't consider anyone seniors really. We don't consider anyone like upperclassmen. Like we kind of focus on that a lot. Um, Also we do a lot of team things together, like the most random things. Also, I don't know if you guys seen we have vlogs now. Our team has like
Oh, I haven't seen
they're
that.
they're on
Yeah.
YouTube. Like we did like all of preseason and like we kind of try to put that out there so people can see like how close we are to the team and all that stuff and just like the toughness of preseason.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But Kylie's great. I love her. Unfortunate ACL injury, but
Yeah, I feel awful for her. Just it's such a bad situation. Like I had texted her
Mhm.
the other day and I was just like, I'm so sorry. Like
I know.
it's
Senior
unfortunate.
year too. Like, oh,
Yeah.
it's the worst.
And her second one, it's like
Mhm.
I mean, she's she'll be all right. She's
Yeah, she'll
tough.
be
She's
fine.
got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, that's tough. Wait, that's so fun though, the vlogs. I'm gonna have to go watch one of those and
No,
see.
yeah, they're all in this like little GoPro. Like
Oh, that's so fun.
our captain like literally stuck to her hand. Like breakfast, workouts,
That's funny.
after the beep test, like everything you can imagine is on that vlog.
That's so fun. The best, what is the best thing that you've done with your team outside of soccer, like during preseason or like what activity? Team bonding, anything?
Mm. We did like an Olympic Games together. So we each divided in teams and did all these games, like right in the beginning of preseason. And we did like tug of war, we did water balloon fight, all that stuff. So
That's so fun.
yeah.
No, I feel like you've hit on a lot that me and Leah have already kind of talked about, even like in past episodes. Um, a lot about like team culture. I love how you said like you just want to come in and make an impact and hope that the team relies on you. And obviously, you've done well that your team can rely on you in moments that they need to. So kudos to you. You've had a great season so far, and
Thank you
looking
guys.
forward
Yeah.
to like, watching you play
Yeah.
the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Yeah. Definitely cheering for Tennessee now. One, except if we play you guys.
Yeah, yeah, always.
Other than that, go Tennessee. The last question we have is, what is one piece of advice that you would give to younger girls who may be listening?
I think for me, it was that you'll find your place and you'll find where you fit in, you'll find your school, and it's okay to admit that it's not your school. Um, but you'll always find your home. It doesn't matter. You'll find your people, you'll find your place on the field, but you'll also find like what school is going to make you better. So that's my one piece of advice.
Hmm. That's good advice. Very
Yeah.
good advice. Well, Shay, thank you for joining us today and sharing your story.
Yes, thank you. It was incredible hearing about your soccer journey so far, and I want to wish you the best of luck the rest of the season.
Thanks, guys. I wish you too. I'm gonna watch.
Thanks.
I'll
Okay.
be watching.
Shay, was amazing. Well, thank you for asking her to be on.
Of course, of course. She's, I mean, a good old friend of mine from we played together in many different like random events throughout club and high school, random ECNL events, some national events. So, yeah, it was good to have her on and talk to her. I haven't talked to her in a while, so that was good.
Yeah. I think one of the biggest takeaways, I kind of said it when she was still on, was that she just wanted to come in and make an impact. And obviously she's done that. I mean, she's been putting balls in the net against like you said UNC, two great teams. But I think that's just something like that you need, especially as a forward. She said she's like the player that you want people to like her team to rely on. Obviously, she's done that. And as a forward, I think that's huge for the Tennessee team, knowing that they can just rely on her to put balls in the back of the net. And then obviously, they're even doing it on the other side of the ball. They haven't even gotten scored on yet. Um, so I think that's awesome. It also just seems like she's playing with just like a happy, like, just vibe. Like she just seems so like
Mhm.
happy and like carefree and just playing with fun and like no worries, especially after coming off two big injuries. I think that's huge for any player. Just playing with like confidence, fun, worry-free. That's when you, I think, are playing at your best. And it seems like she's kind of gotten into that mojo a little bit. And it's awesome to see. Happy for her.
Yeah. Yeah, right. You can't even you would not even be able to guess that she's come back from
Yeah.
two like big injuries. But yeah, like you said, I mean, she's has a big smile on her face. She's playing with so much joy and happiness. And she loves her team. So I think that's another big thing. They can all just play for fun and really they have pressure on them, but if you're playing for fun, it kind of just takes all the pressure off. So that was great. And she seems like she really likes it and she's been doing great. My big takeaways from her are I have so many, I feel like. So first off, I love Shay. She's a friend of mine. And she actually used to play at Texas A&M with one of my teammates now, Carolyn Calzada. We call her Cece. So now Cece's one of my best friends, and she's still one of Shay's best friends. So we kind of have that crossover. And then I've obviously played with and against Shay like all throughout high school. So I feel like she's such an amazing player, obviously, but more importantly, even a better person. You can just tell she has so much confidence in herself and her team, and just strives to make an impact for others and for her team, and just to be a good teammate. And I think that's really important for anyone getting into college soccer that And even she said, like, you'll find your place on the field, you'll find your school, but it's important to be a good teammate first and be a good friend and have great teammates around you. And that's really what makes a team cohesive and like united all towards one goal. So yeah, overall, I feel like that's just the type of person that you want on your team. Confident in herself and her abilities, but really just wants to be a good player and make an impact and help her team in the best way she can.
Yeah, and I think she's doing just that and even more. I mean, she seems like she's on fire right now. Like nobody can really stop her.
Yeah.
But one of the things that she mentioned was she had torn her ACL and then obviously I think she had said she had another knee surgery in
Yeah.
April. Um,
Uh-huh.
and we haven't really touched on it a ton, but injuries are a huge part of obviously the sport, and can be really tough, to deal with. Personally, I've dealt with them my past 3 years. My freshman year, I was getting good like minutes as a freshman, which I'm so grateful for, to have been able to like been put into the position to be a starter as a freshman. And then I ended up having a really bad high ankle sprain and ended up being able to medically redshirt my freshman year, which at the time you can even ask like my parents. I was like devastated just because it was right before SEC play. I wasn't traveling. I was just going through like already a little bit personally, and then I got hurt. And then at that moment, as a freshman, you're like, wow, my whole world is like crumbling down on me.
Mm.
Like,
Right.
I'm not traveling. I'm here like at school. I'm having to do rehab. Um, and I didn't even know I had got would have been able to like possibly get a medical red shirt. Um, and so it was just kind of like super upsetting and easy to be like down on myself in that moment. Um, and then like my coaches are awesome. Like they were very transparent and like helpful. Could trying to figure out ways for me to bring like a different role on the team. Just because obviously you're like for us, if you're injured, you're doing I don't know, like recovery stuff. So like we'll bike, if you can. So I would be like biking, watching practice, and something on the field that like I bring to my team a lot is like I have a big vocal presence. So my coaches kind of like we had a conversation and they were like, how can you bring that vocal presence like even when you're hurt? And so I was able to kind of find a role in that, not even being on the field, still being like a vocal presence on the sideline. And then this past spring, I re-injured my same ankle again, another bad high ankle sprain. And instead of like having the mentality of like I don't know, being upset, being like um I don't know, feeling you're not really part of the team in a way because it can be really easy to like let that happen. Since I'd already been through it, I kind of knew that I still have a role on this team and I know what like I can bring, for the people still on the field, for the people on the sidelines, to the coaches. Like I know that I can still be a vocal presence. I can still like bring something even though I'm on the sidelines.
Hmm.
Can't do anything during practice. So
Yeah.
I think that like being able to find m- a way to like still feel like you're a part of the team even when you're hurt is huge. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if you've dealt with something like that, but
Yeah. I mean, I would completely agree. I think it's important to realize that once you get injured, like what's happened has happened. You can't control it, you
yeah,
can't change it. All that you can control is your attitude towards others now, how good of a teammate you can be towards them. And that you can really make a positive impact on your team even while injured.
yeah,
I've definitely had some injuries. I sprained my ankle spring season my sophomore year. That was really short recovery though, nothing too bad. But obviously it sucks to be on the sidelines. And then this past summer, I had also a couple injuries. I sprained my MCL in my knee, and then I also had to get an ankle surgery. Ankle, it was like a scope, really easy surgery, but so I did that this past summer actually, like right before preseason. So that was very stressful on me. I was nervous because I was like, oh, this is right before preseason. What's going on? Like, am I gonna be ready? Like, I don't know, all these questions. And I could have dealt with it like way better. Again, it's hard. I wasn't like a part of a team at this time, I guess, so I was just working on recovering and getting back to myself.
Mhm.
But for me and my injuries, I guess, it was important for me to like ground myself on other things and help me realize that as much as my life revolves around soccer, like I'm not just a soccer player. There's so much other things that I value in my life. Um, and I have other roles that I play that are just as important, if not even more important than being a soccer player. So I was tested for sure. Because I was like, I can't play. Like, what am I gonna do with my life? But I was able to pick up some hobbies, baking, reading, scrapbooking now. But yeah, I mean, it's obviously hard, but also when you're at our level, and in college, like really, I'd say there's a very slim percentage of people who are players who don't get injured at all or have just a smooth ride throughout college. Like it's gonna happen, it's bound to happen, no matter if it's a few weeks or several months or even years. It's gonna happen, but it's just kind of how you respond to that because, again, you can't control the injury, but you can control how you act towards your teammates and how you really live your life, even with that injury. And then also going off of this, just I want to iterate the importance of resting, giving your body some rest, because something also I'm not good at. I just want to go, 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 push myself, but sometimes it's good to rest so that you don't get injured.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of my experience. But obviously, Shay's been through way worse than I ever have. And she seems to have a great mindset about it. And obviously, she's come back stronger and better than ever before. So that's hopeful to hear for anyone who's struggling with injuries right now.
Yeah, definitely. And something that you said that I also think Shay talked about a little bit, was controlling the things that you can and kind of just letting go of anything else, especially when it comes to injuries. Like you're in this situation, like, how can you respond to it and like deal with what you're doing? Because I mean, you can't really like control the situation that you're in. So,
Hmm.
like
Yeah.
how can you respond to it and how can you be a good teammate? Um, yeah,
Yeah.
a good person
Yeah.
in
No,
general.
I agree. We're gonna have to make another episode all about injuries and bring on like a special guest maybe for that one. Just to hear more about it
Yeah,
and
there's a lot
discuss.
we can go into, and
Yes.
obviously
Oh,
we haven't been in the same situation as Shay, so I think somebody that's maybe been in a situation that's we haven't will be interesting.
yes. For sure, definitely.
We'll be back next week with some more game updates. But until then, see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.